My name is Dean Jeffery. I'm originally from Vancouver, British Columbia. I'm working this summer for Dr. David Jans as my supervisor in the Department of Toxicology. I'm conducting a research project that I was awarded through the Interprovincial Summer Student Research Project. Next year is going to be one of the most challenging years of the four-year program from my understanding, but I am more motivated probably now that I've adjusted to that first year. I had to return to high school 2 years before my 10-year reunion and take a bunch of science classes so that I could become firmly founded with a science background that I never got the first time through high school. I then reapplied to UBC and did a Bachelor of Science in Agroecology with an emphasis on animal studies. I volunteered at a 24-hour emergency clinic in Vancouver, and that was one of the best moves I ever made. It was the first thing I did that was animal related other than owning pets, and the things I saw there were incredible. I gave up my Friday nights and I volunteered from 8 p.m. till midnight on every Friday, and it was a good move to go in at that time because I saw all the different cases that would happen around the Lower Mainland would all funnel into this one clinic. So I saw everything from raccoons getting hit by cars to orphaned bears that were found on the North Shore. Within 2 weeks of being there, one of the veterinarians let me assist her on a post-mortem on a dog, and that was definitely intense, going from very little animal experience except your healthy dog at home to opening up a recently euthanized dog. I certainly knew once I could handle that I was going down the right road. A bonus to going to the WCVM was that they had recently revised the curriculum, and they offered a lot more opportunity and freedom in the direction that your path would take. It wasn't just going to be horses or large animal and dairy cattle, or companion animals and cats and dogs, and they opened it up in third year and fourth year to be able to choose your electives, and they were going to offer the guidance to help you along that path in deciding from one of the many different career opportunities you could go down. So I certainly like the fact that they had recently upgraded and renewed their curriculum through all 4 years. I like to think of things logically and in order, so having the different courses that look at the same topic from different angles, it made sense to me. I was actually involved in most of the extracurricular clubs at the WCVM. They're relatively inexpensive to join, and in terms of hands-on animal handling and kind of practicing your rudimentary clinical skills, they were some of the best experiences in first year. You get to do CPR labs, you get to do different surgeries, you learn how to conduct necropsies, you can learn all about pathology, and it's a good way to sort of, I guess, wet your beak in terms of what might be your interest in a future career path before it comes time to have to choose your electives. You can certainly see some of the things based on whatever clubs you join. Areas of interest that I'm having trouble choosing between, and one of them is emergency clinical medicine. Another one is laboratory animal medicine, and the third one would be veterinary pathology. And as is the case with most board certification programs, you need to have been the publisher of a scientific journal article. After I finish my fourth year, I would like to go somewhere else and do a residency or an internship and see how long or how much it would take to lead me towards a board certification program somewhere. I would say stay focused and stay driven, and most of all, the one thing that I believed, and I think it was what helped me get in successfully, is try to differentiate yourself, because during the application process at first you're kind of just a name and a number and a list of grades. So if you do happen to get to that point where you get an interview, that's where you really get the opportunity to set yourself apart from other candidates. So explore the different fields that are out there. There's more than just looking after cats and dogs or fixing lame horses. There's so many different opportunities out there, and explore them, because that'll definitely give you a leg up on the people you're competing with to get in. It'll help you in the long term in terms of deciding what field you want to get into, because when you start out at vet school and you truly do learn the number of different career paths, you're almost inundated with them. It's difficult to choose because everybody who is in that field makes their field sound so good. So I would say differentiate yourself and get an experience in as many different ways as you can.